Hey guys, happy Friday. We're out camping and I'm going to bring you a little interview with both my kids. One who's currently been living the van life full time for many years now. The other, my son, who's in the Army now, and he did it for 5 years. And I just thought since I had them both here camping out, we'll go ahead and fire up a little Q&A session with them. Hope you enjoy it. Okay. Hey guys, so this is Asia from Strange Days Diaries, my daughter. You see and hear about her. Our videos cross paths all the time. Yeah. And then it's my son Talon. He's been in some of my videos too. He is a 91 Bravo in the U.S. Army. And yeah, we just got this chance to all camp out together this weekend. I thought since they both have almost the same amount of time as van lifers doing it, it'd be fun to interview them. So,
should you say you're sitting off camera?
I'm sitting off camera. It just didn't work any other way, and I wanted the rigs in the background. Talon has a big 1-ton white E350, and you all know Spec, a little 1990 Chevy Astro.
Yes.
So anyway, that's good for introductions. My first question is, like Talon's not doing it anymore. He lived in his rig for 5 years. Asia is in her 4th year, I think it is. So I wanted to ask both of you, since you have very different experiences, different kinds of vehicles, different purposes, first of all, why did you even get into living in your vehicle?
Do you want to answer first?
Sure. Why? Well, because rent was so damn high in Seattle, and also I wanted to live by myself, and I also don't like the idea of how if you're paying rent, it's just like not really going towards anything. So, and it just works for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yours, when it happened, it was a necessity kind of thing.
Yeah, I needed somewhere to crash that I could afford, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd been doing it for a year at that point. So we built out your rig in a, what was the parking lot? Home Depot parking lot? Yeah, that was a hoot.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Asia?
I moved into the van because a few reasons. I had traveled a little bit with my mom during COVID, and she had really shown me the ropes of living on the road, and I was super interested in it after that. And I liked the idea of not paying rent and instead throwing all that money, or as much as I could, towards debt and towards savings. And I'm just a traveler at heart. It's one of my 3 main pillars of life: family, friends, and travel. And if I can live and travel in the van, that sounded really fun. So those were the main reasons I hopped into van life.
So there's a financial component for both of you because you were beginning to repay your school student loans.
Yeah.
And that was a big load.
Yeah. Definitely a huge financial part. But even if I ever get my finances totally in check and I have more than enough for renting again or anything else, I still probably will travel in the van for a while. I just like it so much.
Yeah, you really took to it. And so you were doing it in Seattle primarily. You were doing it in San Francisco primarily at the time. So very different climates, of course. I've done both, so I know what it's like to be in the Northwest in the winter. I mean, what did you like about it, and what did you hate about it? I mean, past tense for you.
Yeah.
Present for Asia.
I definitely really liked that you don't really have to pack your stuff when you go on a camping trip or go anywhere.
Yeah.
You literally, if you pull up to hang out with your friend and you're like, oh dang, I left my charger at home. You just step outside and it's right there. That's pretty cool. I liked that it was my own space. I owned it. I didn't own anything or owe any money on it. Just bought it outright. No rent again.
Yeah.
It's just super nice and easy to get home to. Sometimes when you don't want to go anywhere, you can just find a parking spot, and you get a good eye for finding parking spots. that you could probably stay the night at, and you just crash. And what I hated about it was, for me specifically, just like some of the side eyes you get, or especially with my van.
The white van.
Yeah, you got the whole white van stigma to it. Also, just like the fact that since I do have everything I own in there, pretty much, just one bad break-in or somebody stealing my van, and I'm pretty screwed.
Which happens to you.
Yeah, I did get broken into, but thankfully they didn't take the van. Yeah.
That was still a huge blow.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I also hate the knock.
Yeah. She's never had the knock. You and I, we've had the knock. You've had it worse than me, though.
Yeah, a lot more.
They're not real friendly when they knock on your van.
Dude, when they knock on the glass, too, it's like they're knocking on a front door.
Oh, so loud.
I've had one cop write, like, something on my body with a dry erase marker.
Yeah.
You could just write on the glass. I literally, I heard commotion outside, so I popped into the driver's seat, and the cops was like, "Oh, hey, I just needed to write some information so that, if you're still here by tomorrow, we can tow your vehicle." I'm like, "Okay,
oh,
thanks."
thank you.
Yeah. Like, could you please not write on the body? They're like, "Oh, it's dry erase marker. It'll wipe off." No, there was a red, blurry spot there for a while.
Gosh, that's terrible.
What?
What about you, Asia?
Pros and cons for me. That was the question, right? What I like about it and what I don't like.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the flexibility and freedom of it. I enjoy the daily challenges, actually. It kind of keeps me just on my toes, like the water, power situation, bathroom situation. But at the same time, the bathroom situation can be a con, especially if I'm sick. Like right now, I'm a little sick, and that can be difficult. But another pro is just financially, like if I need to save a lot of money, I just won't travel much that month, and I'm saving a ton. But because I'm not paying rent, I have a lot more to just throw in my gas tank and be able to go. But yeah, cons are the bathroom situation, but only really when I'm sick. It's just very annoying, and I wish I had a bathroom. Gosh, what would be other cons? I mean, I love it so much, I don't think about the cons that much, to be honest. Some people may consider the minimalistic aspect of it is being a con, but for me, I'm already kind of more of a minimalist, that I don't consider it a con. I feel like less is more. I like not having much. I don't know. Can you think of another con I might be missing that I've told you before?
I think the only con, and that all solo females, especially younger ones, face, is they can't be as relaxed about what they're doing as the guys can.
Yeah, the safety aspect can be a con. As a woman on the road alone, it can be, definitely. I've experienced a couple things that I'll tell my guy friends who travel, and they're like, wow, they've either never experienced that or can't imagine. So that can be a con, but I didn't even think about it because it doesn't happen that often, thankfully. I remember getting used to it and being very on the edge of society, was difficult to grapple initially, but I'm there now.
Yeah.
It was scary totally being out on my own, not knowing where to sleep, what to do initially, pushing through that was scary, but once you push through it, you're good.
Yeah. Right on. Okay, so you thought of another con?
Yeah, just the anxiety of when you leave your van, hoping that nobody messes with it.
Yeah.
And when you're coming back, just turning that corner, your heart starts to speed up because you're like, oh, please still be there. Please don't have a broken window.
Every liveaboard knows that.
Yeah.
And they tried to break into yours and fuck things up and
Yep.
didn't get in. But yeah, now we're just all that way. God,
Yeah, that's definitely a con.
Okay. All right, my other question is, again, past tense for Talon, present for Asia, is van life, is your experience been one that you feel really isolated because of the way you live?
Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, technically, but I personally really like that. I can I have no problem with just being alone for a long period of time. But yeah, it was interesting because like if I didn't have friends, if I didn't have a work life, then I probably wouldn't be interacting with people a whole lot, except for like going to the grocery store. So
Yeah.
yeah, it can be isolating, but you could also be very isolated if you just stay in your room all day.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if you're a super introvert type person,
yeah,
you wouldn't be out in the world. It actually maybe even gets you out in the world a little more as an
I'd say
introvert.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Asia?
Yeah, I completely agree with Talon. I don't think it's isolating at all.
Very interesting because I talked to some guys who are my age that are doing it and they feel very isolated.
Mm.
But they're older guys and they got a different way of looking at things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's see. So, how have your peers reacted to it? You know, I know it's probably not something. Well, nowadays you have a YouTube channel. It's like boom, anybody who meets you
Mm-hmm.
learns about that pretty quick. But back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
like, were you telling everybody you knew that you live in your rig?
Nah.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way. Eventually, it would come up the longer I talk with anybody.
And how would they react?
The majority were like, "Oh, cool, that's interesting." They just ask the basic questions about like, "Oh, where do you park at night? What do you do for bathrooms?" Just the generics, just like
The standard list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just curious. I haven't had anybody give me like hate for it.
Treat you differently once
Yeah.
they knew.
Yeah, of course there will be jokes and stuff like yeah, the classics. Yeah, but no.
Like when you were at the bowling skate on a day off and you I remember your van was broken down for like a month.
Yeah.
You were parked where you worked.
Yeah.
And you know, you have days off and then they're wanting you to work and everything.
I'm like,
That
no.
was
Yeah, that sucks.
you're out in the park.
Yeah.
Breakdowns fucking suck.
Yeah, breakdowns are the
They
worst.
do.
That's a con for sure.
That is a con we didn't
Major
do.
con.
Yeah.
When your house all of a sudden is dead in the water.
Yeah.
What about you, Asia?
What was the question?
How people treat you differently, your
Oh, yeah.
peers? Or?
My peers, I don't think they treated me differently. If anything, they were inquisitive, like Talon's experience. A lot of them pretty much expected it because I traveled with my mom during COVID and was talking about how cool that was. And it just kind of made sense to them also with how much I love traveling anyway. Yeah.
And you're already a unique personality
Yeah.
in their group, so.
Yeah, nobody. Well, they just were curious. That's the only thing, and wanted to see the van.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to see the rig
Yeah.
once
Totally.
they know.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, next question. How has it changed you, if at all, versus if you think you'd just kept living in an apartment or whatever?
I'm a lot more versatile and resourceful, and I look at parking spots differently.
Yeah.
I'm a lot.
And you're not even doing it anymore,
Yeah.
like forever.
That's funny.
You really notice like bathroom spots, trash can spots.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true.
Also, become a lot better driver because I'm driving every single day and driving a big vehicle in a city like Seattle or San Francisco. Yeah, you become a better driver. Very flexible because sometimes especially when you have to keep stuff in your van, you gotta like spider crawl around. It feels like you're, or at least for me, it felt like
You, the biggest one of all of us.
yeah, but you know, sometimes I'd have a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're climbing through the internet or National Space Station.
Oh, the ISS.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, when you have to transport shit sucks and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, positive things, honestly.
Positive
Better
overall,
mechanic. Yeah.
it worked for you.
Yeah. Became a better mechanic because
Yeah, you did.
yeah. Of course
You kind of became a mechanic
yeah.
because of it. Because once I wasn't in Seattle anymore,
Yeah.
you
Gotta
stepped
figure it
up
out.
and you're figuring your shit out because your van certainly put you through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think, Asia?
I would say it's changed me all pretty much net positive as well. It's made me a lot more adaptable to change. I felt like I was adaptable to change, and then I moved into my
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so it definitely has made me more just cool with any change, just in life. Like, also, it's forced me to be more relaxed about things. Like, for example, I don't know, I just also, I guess, yeah, being more relaxed, and also, I guess, just being okay with, or also being more very comfortable in places I've never been constantly. It's also made me trust myself more than ever before. Like trusting where I park at night, even though I've never been to this town, to this spot ever in my life, but trusting my gut that it will be safe, and it proving to be safe. And yeah, it's made me more of a minimalist too, which I like a lot. I don't know if that's how it's changed me. I guess it has changed me a little bit that way, but it's made me more accepting of literally everyone in any kind of life experience they're living as well. Like, I don't know, anyone that's living alternatively, I just don't see them as crazy anymore. I just see them as, and I never saw them as crazy before. I really didn't. I really didn't, but I just like feel like I resonate with more people now.
Crazy Joe.
Would it be fair to say, you know, in my observation of you over the years doing it, is the lifestyle forces you to accept not knowing how things are going to work out a
Yes.
lot more than regular.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
that
a good way
was
to
a
put
real
it.
challenge for you to, yeah, and you really excelled with that now. It's brought you a certain calm about, okay, whatever's coming, I'm going to deal with it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. Absolutely.
All right. Okay, last question. It's always fun to ask people who have lived this lifestyle, because you know what works for you. And that is, if right now I gave you a blank check for your dream rig to continue on doing a van life thing, what would that, do you even know what that vehicle would be?
A Sprinter.
Oh, God.
I'd probably get something kind of like Mom has. Just like an older van that's got that cool retro look, and of course I would just, with that money, make it into super reliable, strong rig with like good solar, a nice fridge. But mainly, I think I'd just get something that's super reliable. Like my van is pretty reliable, but
Yeah.
we've had issues.
But it's not the style of a like 70s van.
Right, yeah.
Full-size van would be your thing still then.
Yeah, yeah.
You
That's
wouldn't
cool.
high top it or anything. You'd keep it just standard.
High top would be nice, or like a pop-up top,
Yeah.
so you can be low and then pop it up, so you can still go through drive-throughs that are.
Oh my god, the
Drive-throughs, yes.
drive-thrus, dude. That is nice about a shorty van,
Yeah.
or a short as far as tall van goes.
At the very minimum, I'd at least get a new transmission for my van.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
the only thing that's wrong.
Yeah. Well, cool.
I would keep spec, honestly, but upgrade the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I would like to get some kind of maybe like a custom mini alu cab pop top
Yeah.
where it can be down and not look like anything would be nice. So that when I am camping, I can pop it up. But I stealth camp so much that I would want to keep spec and just beef her up, maybe paint her a little nicer, get new wheels,
Oh, yeah.
tires, all of that.
Bulletproof glass.
Fix the windshield. And yeah, get some kind of a, I would like some kind of a pop top situation, but not a permanent lifted thing, not a permanent like lifted
high top, right.
Yeah,
Swivel seats.
swivel
Oh,
seats,
yeah.
all of that. I would literally keep spec. Just
So you guys
upgrade her.
literally would keep the
Yeah,
the framework of what you have. You just
Just get a
Upgrade
nicer
them.
Upgrade.
version,
100%.
that's awesome.
Yeah, which makes me thankful for what I have.
That's awesome.
I really would, at least for now. Maybe one day that'll change. That answer will change, but for now, that's how I would
That's
feel.
great. And you'd add a dog.
Yes, and a
Oh,
dog.
yeah, the dog.
100%.
I'd want a fish tank in mine.
Yeah, I know that would be on your list.
Oh
a
my
very
God.
important thing. a saltwater.
Saltwater fish
Tropical
tank,
fish tank,
It
yeah.
takes
Little
up
shark.
half the space.
Maybe it could be just the windshield, you know,
Oh my
with the fish
gosh.
swimming.
You're
You
just
look at
drive
driving,
through
looking
it.
through a fish tank.
A shark.
That's
a
crazy.
little
That'd
shark.
be awesome.
That'd be cool.
All right. So, lastly, any advice for anybody who may be thinking about van life?
Do you want to
Asia can go first.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay. I would just say if you're thinking about it and you're nervous, but you really want to, I would recommend renting a camper van and going out for the weekend camping or go on a trip. It depends on your level of experience already. If you'd want to go camping, just a 2-day thing in a camper van, or you've done that before but you're curious about the more long term, do a week trip in a rental. That's what I always recommend to people.
And maybe not in campgrounds.
Yeah, maybe
See
not
what
in
it's like to
campgrounds.
do it for real.
Yeah, like what we're doing right now. This is
Boondocking.
This is just boondocking off grid.
Yeah.
I would recommend that, so you have a rig and you're there and you're doing it. And then just watch a bunch of YouTube. But really, there's literally not enough preparation for you to get, for you to then feel like 100% confident
No.
when you get your van. But I love the recommendation of renting a camper van and just going out for a little bit.
Agreed.
Like stay the night on in a spot that you think you could overnight, like in a city limits type of area.
Yeah, I have a bunch of recommendation videos on my channel if you're
That's right.
curious. Especially for solo female stuff, like stealth camping tips, all that, but I love the idea of renting one and going out.
Yeah, and I'll link your channel in the description on this video too.
Cool. What
Yeah.
about you? Do you have any advice?
The only thing I could think of is definitely have a budget. Like, if you're thinking about doing it but you're not fully certain, don't go and buy a $30,000, $50,000 setup. Maybe start off small and then upgrade over time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but I think the renting a camper van is the best choice
Let's
for
just
somebody
try.
who's looking to get a taste.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that go drop major coin thinking
Mhm.
this is going to be a thrill of a lifetime
It's
on their
not for
rig,
them.
and 6 months later, a year later, they're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it really is.
We just got lucky that we're the right personalities
Yeah.
that it worked for.
And there's a lot of pros and cons and a lot of videos talking about the pros and cons of a tall van versus a short van.
Oh, yeah.
And really think about that before either renting or buying, because
Yes, research.
like there's a lot of cons to driving a little minivan, but all the pros for me outweigh the cons. I can park anywhere. It's literally a car. I can go anywhere, park anywhere. I have no reservations about going anywhere literally ever, and it's all-wheel drive, which is helpful. But like even Talon, his van is sometimes too tall for a parking garage.
Yeah.
Even though it's technically a standard like short van that you can't stand in, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So thinking about that too. But I know a lot of people who started van life, they got a schoolie, then they downgraded back to
Oh,
van life,
Yes.
or they started with a schoolie, then they got a van. So also don't feel bad if the rig you end up buying isn't the ultimate perfect one, because a lot of people go through different vehicles
It's true.
through time. Once you start, you figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anything else you guys want to say? Or are you good?
I'm good.
Good.
I think you're both great, and I appreciate you
Yeah.
doing this for me and for my crew on YouTube. It's very cool.
Thank
Glad to be
you.
on the channel.
All right.
Yes.
That's it.
Bye.